Tim, I found that when I'm triggered, I'll be automatically controlled by my emotion. And when I'm aware, damage would have been made. Any advice for me to most easily detect and proactively manage my triggers? To better manage such situation, especially when I deal with something I don't like and/or am under pressure. Here is a fact about life. Winners anticipate, losers react. Winners what? What's the word? They anticipate, losers react. Now notice this, especially in terms of finances. In any market, winners are winning, whereas the losers are reacting, hence why they go down. If the market looks tough, they go down with the market. True, by the way. When the relationship's tough, they go down with the relationship. When the health looks tough, they go down with the health. True. Whereas winners continue to win because winners are anticipating. It's kind of like what Wayne Gretzky once said when he was asked by a reporter, how are you so world class? And he said, it's because I don't skate to where the puck's been, I'm skating to where it's going. And every winner knows where it's going, what's about to happen before it's even happened. Let me ask you this. How many of you would think it's silly to rock up to a marathon for the first time, if this is your first time, unprepared, unpracticed? Psychologically, physiologically. When you agree, that would be pretty dangerous, pretty silly, yes or no? Same with your triggers in life. If you have been triggered today, you're reacting in that moment. Take it as a lesson. Journal on it tonight. What could you have done better next time? Go through the rehearsals, utilizing our meditation. Yes? To better prime the mind. And most importantly, ask yourself, next time round, when you're triggered in this way again, what would be more of a responsible choice? What would your future self do differently in that moment? How many of you notice in your life right now, your limiting beliefs isn't just yours? It's something that your family has also struggled with. So for example, if you've got limiting beliefs involving money, chances are it actually runs in your family. Well, at least for me, this has been the truth, as in my entire family tree has struggled financially. This is why, what happened last week, especially with my mum. I shared you the story, but it was a big moment for me and my mum because she's always struggled with that. She infected me with a lot of her generational curses, right? I mean, you know what I'm talking about? It's just passed on. We call it a generational trauma for a reason. Now, the reason why I mentioned that is it's important that we realize we've got a sense of duty here. You got to be the one that does the reverse to end this curse. Yes? And often how you're reacting to the trigger, if you do the reverse, often you're ending that curse. And you know what the reverse means for you? How can you be more responsible? How can you be the one that chooses to do something different in that moment? Because it is in that moment you're beginning to heal. Yes, it is proof you're beginning to heal because you're beginning to change how you respond in this moment. You got to prepare now before the triggers arrive. And remember, life will present to you what's called repeat situations, aka triggers. Repeat situations such as financial issues, relationship issues, health issues is not a punishment from life, it's awareness from life. Life cannot automatically heal you. Life cannot automatically solve your problems. But what life can present to you is awareness. And some of us in here right now, if we was to be, because we're smart, if we was to stop and really think, this has been a recurring pattern, a recurring problem. So for example, for those of you who are struggling financially and elevate your wealth, chances are it isn't just this year you've struggled with this. Chances are it's perhaps last year, year before then, decades. If you're going through relationship problems right now, chances are it isn't just this year. Chances are it's kind of perpetuated throughout your life. Yes or no? So this is life literally showing you a mirror of what must be healed. You getting this? Who's following so far, by the way? Who's following so far, by the way? And life is asking you a question, and life is wanting you to answer. The question being, what must you do differently this time compared to last time? Because until you do something differently this time, life will keep on presenting you these repeat problems over and over again. Because life wants you to do something different. When you agree to create a new life, you got to create new choices. True. You cannot create a new life if you're still holding on to the old. Yes or no? This means we got to be daring enough to make a new choice, new decision. Is that going to be comfortable? The answer is no. No, definitely not. It's not going to be comfortable, but the fact is, we're not here to be comfortable. You're here to be free. And there's a massive difference there. The problem is, due to how we've been brainwashed all throughout our life, we believe that when something feels good, it's good for you. True? Why I was addicted to drugs all throughout my life, very strong drugs, is because it felt good. It felt good. It didn't mean it's good for me. Taking various substances. Yes or no? If I go to the gym and I've been out of the gym for a long time, I'm going to feel pretty bad. Sure. But it doesn't mean it's bad for me. Yes or no? So remind yourself right now, doing great things doesn't always feel great. In fact, this is why winners anticipate what's called disruption. Winners anticipate disruption. Because if you've been out of the gym, okay, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to go gym today to lift some weights, that day you're not going to feel good. In fact, walking out of the gym, you're going to feel weak, not strong. Why? Because you have literally, think about it, damaged your muscle fibers. That's what creates, if you think about it, the weakness is what creates the strength. That's proof you're doing the right thing. You do enough of those things, what you once found overwhelming will become easy, meaning you've changed. You know, anytime you gained intelligence, you first felt you was unintelligent. You first felt like, I can't understand that. That's too complicated. It confused you before it freed you. True. So this is why it's important. Winners anticipate disruption. Any form of change in life will have disruption. You'll feel confused. You'll feel like you want to delay. You'll feel like it's overwhelming. This is why most people will never do it. And this is why most people will never change. Just like when I was interviewing one of the greatest living Tibetan meditation masters, he said, Tim, these students got it all wrong, my students. He said, my students always think they're bad at meditation because anytime they're in meditation, they have to keep getting their mind out of this past and keep bringing it back into the present. And they always think they're stupid and they always think they're not good at meditation. And he said, Tim, the fact is they are great at meditation because they're noticing the mind is off center and they're pulling it back into now. That's what makes them a great meditator. How many of you are getting this? And so if you are noticing you're getting triggered and you go off center, you go off track, and now you begin to bring it back on track, it means you're a world-class achiever. Yes? It means there are no problems here. It means you just got to keep up this mastery journey.